welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. We want to be taking a look at the JASMY price at one more time. As you can see that we have a lively market today, at least. We have some things in the green, right? It hasn't been the case for a few days now, and there really has been a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market because of a lot of narratives, right? But as I always say that, in situations where the news is really, really bad, I think that's probably the best point in time in the market to be paying attention, or at least to be buying one or two things, because really things are at a discount, and that's when nobody is willing to be touching the market. So let's quickly dive into the price and see exactly what the chart is telling us right here. But before we do that, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. People looking for JASMY content will now be able to find this video much more easily. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel just yet, I want to encourage you to do so, really, because I do TA on JASMY and a number of altcoins on a regular basis. And without me further running my mouth too much, let's get right into it. So as you can see here with JASMY that we have been talking about for the last few updates, that look, we are stuck in a range, but we have got like resistance on top here, and then we also have got support levels right there. So we just stuck in between that resistance and support. So that's a range that we are trading inside with the JASMY price. That's what we have been looking for here in these crazy times, was for the JASMY prices to come back and test at least its support levels. It really didn't dip as much as I would have wanted, to be honest with you, because ideally speaking, you want to dip further into that support level. That would be anywhere between something like we can say 1.5 cents there about here for JASMY. But JASMY is either showing some real strength right at this point, or maybe the time to get back into like the support level here hasn't come just yet. I mean, take a look at what Bitcoin was doing. Really the similar structure with JASMY here. You can also see that heading into that range, it had this symmetrical triangle there, and then dipped right back into support levels, and then you can see that the huge rise that is coming is coming off of that support level there. And I mean, take a look at this candle. You can see that there were a lot of buys which were set right in that zone. So ideally speaking, this is what we would have loved to see here on JASMY, but right at this point, it's looking JASMY is either too strong that it's not going to dip further there. But at the same time also, I really wouldn't be surprised if we see JASMY coming back just to have one final backtest of that support level before it decides to continue to go to the upside. But on the other hand, what we are looking also at right now is this symmetrical triangle. Yeah, we can see that it has broken to the downside, and you would be looking for a technical price target of about 1.1 cents, by the 1.2 cents maybe as the technical price target there. But I think that there hasn't just been enough confirmation. Yes, the price is dipping right now. It's looking like, if you want to zoom a little bit here, you can see that it's looking like the price is getting rejected by this trend line, which used to be like a support line. But I think that right now we don't have that confirmation just yet. And ultimately, I think that the market has already bottomed. We were talking about that, showing you like the structures that we were having with the market of altcoins. And I think that for a scenario like this to happen here and JASMY coming all the way down here is really, really highly unlikely. What possibly can happen is that, yes, we may have this rejection, right, and just get back to the main support levels that we have been talking about, right around something like maybe 1.6 1.5 cents right there for JASMY, and then blast our way up to our specific price target here that we have been targeting at something like 4.2 cents here for JASMY. So yes, this symmetrical triangle, to be honest with you, is still in play just yet, because we haven't confirmed like anything at all. And these fake outs are something that are usually, I mean, very, very common in bull markets as well, especially when you are heading into weekends. But overall, I think JASMY is holding up pretty well here, outperforming Bitcoin. Even when, I mean, Bitcoin is going to the downside, JASMY is doing way much better than BTC right now. I mean, even going to the upside as well, massively outperforming. So for the short term, these are the things that I'll be looking for here for JASMY. Yes, I mean, it may seem like we are getting a rejection right here with this trend line, but I think in the worst case scenario, you just drop back maybe something like another 16%, 15%, and then fake it out as if the price is going to go all the way down here to something like 1.2 cents, but eventually break back into that symmetrical triangle, and then continue moving forward right there to the upside. I mean, taking a look at a few indicators, we can see that the RSI is holding up pretty well. As I always say, that in bull cycles, what you want to see is that the RSI is holding above something like 40, right? I mean, you can dip as low as something like 38, but you don't have to lose that, right? So seeing like in this whole period when JASMY has been trending downwards, we have seen that the RSI has held up pretty well right here, which is something that is amazing, obviously. But the MACD as well, I mean, there is bearish momentum right now, but also that is beginning to turn the corner right there. So we'll see what happens in the next coming days right there. But obviously there is a little bit of excitement in the market today because we're just hours from the Bitcoin halving. Really, I don't think that it has like direct impact on the price, like right after the thing has happened. I think it's something that is a little bit long term, but because our market is really narrative based, we tend to be excited, but like by things like those ones as well, right? So maybe we are beginning to see the market turning the corner and heading to the upside one more time because of like news like this ones, or maybe we are gonna see other narratives showing up in the market. I mean, I really believe that the Iran-Israel thing is just something that is not very serious. I don't know, I don't live in those countries, to be honest, but obviously I don't know too much about the conflict. But I think that the way it appears on the chart right now, it feels like it's that kind of a moment when we're just sitting on support levels and we are looking to bounce back. I was talking about these things earlier when the crash was happening. I mean, that day when it happened, I was saying that, look, the worst day is when that kind of news drops. After that, I mean, there may be developments after that, but really, it's just, the market would have already been shaken out already. So let's quickly take a look at what altcoins are doing here. I'm going to refer you to the total 3, and that definitely doesn't include Bitcoin as well as Ethereum. And you can see that here, just on a weekly time frame, we have just, like that day I was also saying that, look, we're just coming back to technical levels. That's exactly what was happening here, and we were looking for a recovery structure. And that recovery structure, we are beginning to see it taking shape, right? This was made, this drawing you see here was made on that day when the crash happened. So I think we have done a pretty good job of following this trajectory. Now what we want to see, obviously, is we want to see like Fibonacci retracement levels being abused right here with this price. So relative to this peak that we had here, back to that lowest point that we made, we want to see the market cap of altcoins, excluding Ethereum and Bitcoin, obviously, reaching something like $732 billion. I think it's something that can be done. And from where the price was that day, I mean, it was something like a 21%, but from where we are sitting today is above something like a 14%. So we're progressing really well right there. We just want to maintain these levels here. I will also be much more comfortable with whatever the JASMY price that is doing here, because definitely it is also a big player. We are still looking for 4.2 cents. And I mean, after that, the next big price tag that is, I mean, it's really, really close to that. And that obviously comes from this falling wedge that we have been tracking for 4 years. I'm saying for 4 years, 4 years at this point, 2 years since 2022 and 2021, sorry. So maybe, yeah, 2 years and some months. So what we see here is that we have got this falling wedge here. I always say that they are bullish patterns with a success rate of about something like 66%. So the next thing that you are looking for here is 5 cents. It's really close to something like 4.2 cents that we have. So we can say we have a bit of a confluence buy there, but you can also see that if you extend this thing here, you can target as high as something like 9, 10, 11 cents there for JASMY in the immediate short term. So that's where we are. I will be updating you shortly, maybe tomorrow or the day after, on the like bigger price targets that we have, and seeing how far we are progressing with those ones. I think the main price target, the best case scenario that we have, is something like $1.20 for JASMY, and then followed by something like 86 cents, 23 cents, as well as something like 16 cents as we go like that. So JASMY still is providing an opportunity, and yeah, it's a shame that a lot of people will be shaken out with those checkouts like those, but I think it's also very important to be confident in what you are holding and exercise a little bit of conviction right there, right? Now, obviously, none of what I say is financial advice, and you shouldn't be buying or selling anything because of anything I say, all right? But if you like the content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then I'll have to see you on the very next one. Take really, really good care of yourselves. Bye.